Has it on the tee, and off we go here in Tampa. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and is doing everything in his power to follow through.
On second down, ETN once more.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Straight ahead, ETN. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Heavy rush, and down he goes. That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Jacksonville. And even 50 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Screen play. Here's ETN. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a 1st down.
Bigsby is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now the try here for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. That time a 9-play drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
Mayfield looks to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Mayfield to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking.
You know you got to set your settings on the video to 1440p.
Now on 4th down on is the punt team sending this one away.
Then you can watch it in
Fielded at the 33. A good kick that
whenever,
time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Here's Lawrence to throw. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to have the Jags first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
I don't know if y'all should go up to 14-40,
but says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
I just know when I watch my videos, I'll be having to change the settings to that.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They go play action with Lawrence. And his throw here is incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. On play action, Lawrence. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Mayfield. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll find McMillan here. A try to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Tucker. Touchdown, Buccaneers. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
I appreciate it, y'all. Appreciate it. Hopefully y'all follow up. Do all that there.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fucking with the preseason, working on my team. Just the second lead.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you...
I had other niggas. What are you talking about? All right, my boy. Love you too, fool. Oh, he already there. You feel me? No, I was talking to you, man. You know what? I'm about to put this nigga right here. Hold up, I'm just trying to get these rookies.
Actually do. That may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go-around. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
And this ain't first quarter.
7-7, our score after 1. The Jags with a football to begin the second quarter.
Appreciate the follow.
As they got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
What they got going on in my TikTok. I can't even see people.
Now a handoff to Bigsby.
Good to say.
He'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer.
Yeah, that was a good
handing the ball. You might want to get out of the way.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 2. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Uncorks one for Davis. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Now Jones. And the Buccaneers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. Here's Knight on the handoff. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On the carry, here's Knight. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Operating from the gun, Crockett. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Robin Hood, what up? Come on, P.
This is taken at about the 14. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
Hey, make sure you follow up, bro. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Not an
ideal
way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw here. A short throw to Ingram. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple.
Let me see something, bro, because these, I don't know what they doing with my goddamn Trevor Dunn. Why they got these niggas in, bro? I wanted him at running back, Kellen Robinson. I'm switch them with that. They got these niggas in. They tripping.
Coming up.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
On the handoff, Watson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, on his Logan Cook to punt.
Contact, yeah.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Oh, I need to check one more thing. I don't know who they got at this middle line, man. Taking him out. We'll put a rookie. The linebacker is cool. I'm gonna just put him there. He gotta come out too. Let's put Al in there and see what he do right there. Damn, bro. What y'all got going on over there? You better mute that shit, man. Nah. That's what I want. Just trying different dudes.
Offense gets ready to head back onto the field as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Second and 4. And Walker has it. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's caught by Durham. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker.
Coming over
Good gain of 9
fast.
on first down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A quick throw there is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion. They'll look to throw again.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This is caught by McMillan. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the gun on 3rd down. Crockett. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Multiple defenders in there to bring him down as this quarter comes to an end. Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months. Already we're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
2nd and 6.
Second and 6 at the 30-yard line.
A run with 9.
Lit, boy.
Pick up there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. He finds his man complete. It's Walker. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Looking to throw. Crockett, and that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. And Walker with it over the middle.
He's going to pick it up.
Go down as a gain of 6, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is going to have the Bucs first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Man, that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw again.
Oh, that was a pick.
Down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Crockett. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. Down as he's inside the 40.
Trying to get off, though.
The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. This is Knight. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And the slot man goes in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down. Crockett. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Off the play fake, it's Bennett. Open man downfield is Davis.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
They'll run with Watson.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Again, they go with Watson.
And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Off play action. Here's Bennett.
Oh!
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Bennett now off play action.
A short throw to Ingram, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Bennett. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line.
From the gun, Bigsby.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
And Bennett will look to throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release.
Looking to throw here. Bennett.
This will be caught at about the 5. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it.
That was Teddy.
Touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1.
That was touchdown. Real talk.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th. Back now in Tampa. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
A run. It's Watson.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
They won't give me the touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. In motion goes the tight end. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Repeat of the last play.
Yo, this nigga 96 is bullshit,
before they're inside the 25. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Crockett. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Operating from the gun.
Oh, I got through it late as hell.
Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
We rolled it up.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. Let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Bennett fakes a handoff, now to throw.
Oh, my God. That was cheating.
Intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD.
Got that off real quick.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Change that quick.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Jaguars offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Bennett looking to throw. That's complete to Davis. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. To throw is Bennett.
Look at dropped
This
it.
pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
All right.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Back to throw, Bennett.
Let's go.
He targets Ingram for another grab.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Bennett now.
Oh, my God.
It's a potential
That nigga
dangerous,
took
it's
that
intercepted.
bitch.
And
Trying to
the
get
Bucs are gonna
Bennett.
take over
Give
at
the
their
benefit
own
of the
11-yard
doubt.
line.
Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
A lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Oh, shit.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
23 yards on the play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Crockett. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
I took my starters out.
Now a handoff up the middle. Knight. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
No, but you get us at least to the 40.
That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So now the Jags down 21-14, a minute 6 to play. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10.
Now Bennett.
He's going to let it fly. That's caught at the 25. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Bennett.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. This entire defensive unit, Charles, they've really put in a good shift tonight, so to speak.
I like how you phrased that. This has been a good shift. They punched the clock the entire evening. They ought to have shirts that have their names on them in the front to let them know these are blue-collar workers who are getting it done.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's 3rd down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll go for it. Here's Bennett. And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans.
Bennett tried. He lost 21-14.
And the Buccaneers have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you can could see what they were trying to do, just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time of the game, I love the call. But here, you're not going to hold safeties, you're not going to hold corners with any looks because they know what the situation is, ends up throwing the interception.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And we talked so much about the turnover.
Try to give Bennett the benefit of the doubt. That boy went out there and shit some bricks real fast. Everything. Did all right. Just couldn't finish the game. I ain't even gonna do that right now. I'll do that in a second. Go to this other league. You win in your other league, Yak? You win in your other league? All right, so everybody done played then, huh? Hey, man. Oh, you had the Patriots? Duder. Reese. Oh, all right. Gotta do weeklies and shit, man. I don't even want to do these motherfuckers. Yeah, I ain't about to do the weeklies right now, so it's over with, fellas. Time to lay it down. I'm talking about, what are you talking about?